So you are welcome to Solidworks. Actually, I saw this model on a easy CAD solution, but the video was so fast, and I believe that a lot of beginners may not be able to follow it, and besides, does not have a vocal. Therefore, I've decided to recreate the model and to add a vocal to it so that beginners will be able to follow the tutorial and learn the process of designing this. But the actual design is actually coming from Easy CAD Solution. So you can check on Easy CAD Solution on YouTube to see more of his design. The guy has a lot of amazing and wonderful designs. So let's close this and start a new model part. So I don't like this background. I change my background to pure white. So open a sketch on the top plane. Then click on a polygon, and you are going to select 5-sided polygon. So reduce your side here, increase and decrease it to 5 sides. So you draw one smaller one inside. Escape if there's any mistake. Pick your polygon once more, 5 sides, and then draw a bigger one outside. The one outside, make sure you select construction. And then maybe you forgot to select construction for construction purpose. You can still check, click on the line and click on this construction geometry to turn a center line to a real line and to turn a real line to a center line. Therefore, we now create a kind of relation between the sides, the end sides of this polygon. I've clicked this, hold down your control key, select this. Now come here and select parallel, and then select vertical. So the lines to be vertical. Now we are going to dimension them. We dimension the outermost one to be 100 millimeter. This middle polygon will be 50 millimeter. And now the last one, you pick a line. You draw from the corner of the middle one to the corner of the center one. Corner to corner, just like this. Now you are going to add relation to these two lines you just drawn. This, hold your control and select the second line, and then select the vertical side of the pentagon, and now add equal relation. So you now have a fully defined sketch. Now exit sketch. Open another sketch on the front plane. Pick a center line. Draw a vertical line. Even though it's not vertical, you can use relation to make it vertical. Just like this. Now click on this vertical and then add vertical relation. So you kind of tilt your diagram a little bit after this. Now you now add a PS relation between the tip of your line, your center line, and the circle of that outside polygon, PS. So it has attached to it, and then to this point, click on this inner circle here. Also click on PS. Good. So you have a line like this. This can be moved. So, but don't worry about that. Now pick your polygon again, but at this time around, you increase the number of sides to be 6. So just draw your hexagon. Now you are going to try to trace the center of this line of one of the sides of the hexagon. You click on it and then click the tip of your line, this slant line here, and then click on coincide. So you can see that it's the shape rotates in order to satisfy that. Now dimension this length to be 50, but make sure the dimension is parallel to the side of the polygon. So we now have this. So this is how your sketch should be. So you can put it in isometric. Go to surface. If you like, you can exit sketch. If you don't like, you can leave it on sketch. So just click on a planar surface and click OK. So I have my planar surface like this. But do something. Expand, go to your design manager tree and then click on the sketch inside the planar surface and click on show. Because we are going to rotate this plane surface. Now come to search command, enter move. You will see move/copy bodies. So select that Click inside rotate to select the axis of rotation. Now this our slanting construction line, you click on it, and then you come back to body to move, and you click on this our planar surface, and then we come here, we increase the angle to 90 degrees. And if a copy is unchecked, make sure you uncheck copy. So copy, and even though you don't uncheck it, but uncheck it because we don't need the other body to be present. So this is what we are going to have. Now I will hide this sketch. So if you look at this, this is what we have. Okay. Now click on this face and then click on sketch to place a sketch there. But before you place your actual sketch, pick your center line and draw a center line from this corner to the opposite corner. Now pick your polygon, a 6-sided polygon. Start from the center of this our center line and then draw your polygon. Click the side of this polygon and add a vertical relation. Pick a line, draw a line from this corner to meet this corner. Another line to meet this corner, you can escape or you double click. Now you are going to add a relation to the two lines. This, hold your control key and select this, and then still holding your control key, select the vertical side and then click on equal. So you find out that our sketch is fully defined. So you can now exit. Put your sketch on isometric. Select we want to create axis now. Select the top plane and go to features and select plane and reference geometry and select axis. Now make sure you pin this because we will need it twice. We don't want to go back and start selecting it again. So you pin it so that you don't go away. So we have selected the top plane. You can see the top plane is showing, and then come here, select the center of this our polygon. So you will see a kind of a yellowish line erecting vertically and perpendicular to the top plane. So that is what we want exactly. So click OK. Now click on this our plane surface, and then face 1 appears on this particular reference entity, and then select the center of the polygon. We have another axis coming out from there. So OK. So you can now close this. So we have these two axes. Now we want to create like 5 points at the point of intersection of these two axes. Go back to features and then reference geometry, select point. Also the same thing, make sure you pin it because we need it like 4 times. We want to create 4 different points. Now select this axis and select this. You can see at their point of intersection a point is created. Click OK. Go back and select the vertical and this other axis. Click OK. We created 2 points. The third point, click OK. Now the last one, which is the 4th one. So OK. So we can now close. If you check your design manager tree, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 points. Now go to feature and then select left boss. Okay. Now right click to select selection manager and make sure these multiple pointers are selected, not the single one. So multiple pointer, and then select the sides of the inner pentagon. So click OK. So the crossed groove 1 appeared on this particular property manager. Expand your design manager tree, feature design manager tree, whatever. Then click on point 1. So you have this structure forming, and then click OK. Now go back to feature to select lofted and boss again. But before that, cancel. Before that, let's make our sketch to be visible because it is hidden now. So it is visible. We still need it, and we rotate a little bit to have a kind of a proper view. Go back to lofted boss. Click this. Now right click to select your selection manager. So click this, select this 4 lines and edges. So click OK. Expand your feature design manager and select point 2. Scroll down to clear merge result. We don't want to merge result. So repeat the same process, lofted boss. You can right click to select your selection manager, but some Solidworks, higher version of Solidworks, when you just click on a line, it brings out the selection manager because it knows that you need it at that particular point. So select and click OK. And then here select point 3, then go down to uncheck and merge result. OK. And the last, which is actually not the least. Okay, our pencil first. The sketch is already hidden now, so I have to show the sketch. This particular sketch, I need it. So show sketch. You right click to select show. Now features, lofted boss, and then click here. The selection manager appears as the case may be. So you select round, the hexagon, the size of the hexagon, select everything. Now click OK. Then expand your feature design tree and then click on point 4. Scroll down to merge result. So we have this. So we can now hide the sketches because we don't really need them again. Even the surface, we don't really need it again. So this is all we have now. Leave the two axes because we need them a lot throughout the whole of the remaining processes. Okay. So on the front plane, open a new sketch on the front plane. Now select an arc. We are going to use center arc. Click on this point where we have our points created. So click on that. Go down and click on that center line on our reference geometry. You can go in this direction, but I prefer to go in this direction because I want to ensure that this line, this arc, will cover the whole of this geometry. Okay, I click. Then I'm going to dimension this to be 100 millimeters. Okay, now we are going to offset this 2 millimeter inward. So we repeat the same process, so I can even pin it so that offset the innermost one inward again. Now I'm going to offset the innermost one by 8 millimeters. So click the direction you want it to be. So that is that. Close. Now select surface and revolve. Revolve is now forming. Why? Select the axis through which you want it to revolve around. So you cannot select that on the screen. Open your design manager tree and select your right axis. This is the axis, axis 1 in my own. So click OK. So we have this. Good. Now we are going to use these surfaces to cut and to trim. So you select surfaces, click on cut with surfaces, cut with surface. Clear everything that is already selected here. It's not everything we want to use. So I will select this inner surface. Now look at this arrow is pointing downward. If you click on it, the direction will change. And you can also change the direction from here. But the direction must be pointing upward because it should be pointing to the direction where you want to remove. And select all bodies. So we want to remove the part that is above our trimming tools, our trimming surface. So click OK. So that is removed. Okay. So that's what we have. We repeat the same process for the outermost surface. Cut with surface. Select the outermost surface is pointing in the appropriate direction downward. I want to remove everything downward. So click OK. So we have this. So we are going to hide the innermost surface and the outermost surface. Good. So before we continue, let's quickly combine these two bodies. If you check now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 bodies, and Solidworks is showing that here that we have 4 bodies. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to merge number 2 and number 3 together. So come here on your search command. So and select and search for combine. So combine, add. Let's make sure add is selected. So you select these two and then you click OK. So they are added together. We should go back to bodies now. Solid bodies. We have 3 solid bodies. Now I want to use these 2 remaining surfaces to split. So I will come here and search for split. So split. Select the surfaces you want to use as your splitting tools, the inner one and the outermost one. Select all bodies and click on cut bodies. So it's cutting everything, and come here and click select all. I want you to cut all. So and click OK. Now let's hide the surfaces. Hide this and hide the second one. So you can see what we have. Isn't this beautiful? So don't forget, I'm not the owner of this design. I'm just recreating it. It was initially created by CAD, right? CAD Solution. Okay. So we have this. Now the next thing we are going to do, we want to shell. Click this, hold your control key and click this, and then also select this. Now right click and click on isolate. So we have isolated the outer bodies. Now you look for shell under feature. So this is your shell. Your dimension, let it be 2 units, and then select this, turn to the other side and select the inner face, because if you select one face it will give you an error, because we want it to sell our shell outside, and the thickness of this body is also 2 millimeters, so it will give error if you don't select the 2 surfaces. So you repeat the same process for the remaining bodies. Now exit isolation. Now let's select this, hold your control, right click and isolate. So we are isolating the inner layer. So we repeat the same process, feature, shell, but at this time around we are shelling with 4 so you can exit now. So we have this. Now lastly, we are still going to shell, but now we don't need to isolate. Our thickness will be 6 millimeters now. So we are going to combine. We are going to combine this. So we combine this, this, and this. We repeat the same process again for the others. We combine this, this, and this. So that is that. Now, you know, we added 2 bodies together the other time. We combine the first 2 bodies, we combine together. We are going to split them up. So we are going to split them up. Or maybe we should just go back to our first combine and what? Suppress it. What effect will that have? Look at what happened. Okay, but this is not what we want. Therefore, we want to suppress it. So, but before we cut, let's add in some fillets. So let's say fillet, enter 2 or 1.78. So let's use 2. So you click OK. Add another fillet again. So I think he added fillet to all this side, but I don't want to add a fillet there. So let's just continue with this. So this is what we have. Now we can now cut this part. Now the first thing, make sure nothing is selected. Go to features and select and reference geometry. Plane. We are going to cut with plane. Select this edge and select this corner and OK. So we have a plane passing through that edge, and then passing through the other points selected. We are going to use this plane to cut this body. Then we search from here, we search for splits. Splits. So we select our plane and then just come here, all bodies, and say click and cut bodies. All, and then click OK. So it has cut the body the way we want it to be. Hide this big plane. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We now have 4 bodies back again. 4 bodies. Now the next thing to do now is very simple. We are going to revolve this around this our axis 1. We revolve this body around this axis 1, but how many times? Based on the number of sides of this polygon, 5 times. So go to features, linear pattern, circular pattern is what we want to use. So click the drop down arrow and then circular pattern. You select this and then you select, now go to bodies, select bodies to pattern, not feature. This is a body. And then you select 5, make sure the number of instances should be 5 and then equal spacing. So click OK. You have this. So repeat the same process again for the other side, circular pattern. Select this axis 2 and select this go to bodies, just selecting this, and then the number of instances, because it is going to go around an hexagon which has 6 sides, so instances should be 6, equal spacing, and then OK. Good. So this is what we have. So at this particular stage, you can see this is also beautiful as well. So we combine some of these things together to make the work easier. Search for combine. So you select this, select this, select this, select this, select this, and this, and click OK. So search for combine again. Select combine, and you combine the whole of these. Don't combine this along with them. So OK. So we have this. Now we are going to make this hexagonal structure to go around the pentagonal structure 5 times. So we are going to select features, circular pattern, revolve around this axis. It is a body that I want to work. So I select this. I'm going to make it 5 times because I have 5 sides on this pentagon. So OK. So we have this. Don't merge anything yet. We cannot merge at this particular stage. So all we want to do now, we want to bring this and this such that this will be resting right here, and this will be resting on top of this. So we are going to revolve these two around axis 2. So we are going to search for move and slash copy bodies. Now select this axis. You cannot select the axis, go and select rotate. Now select this axis. The bodies you want to move, you select this and this. Now increase your angle. I'm increasing my angle. Look at the direction it's going to. I don't like it. So based on my own version of Solidworks, I can just change direction from here. If I increase angle again, it's going back. So that means I need to just decrease angle. But in some of your own, you may just have to place a negative sign in the front. So anything that will work for you, just make sure that is what you do. Okay. So and be careful so that you can get the appropriate angle. So you decrease it. Oh, increase now. 238, 239, 240 is the perfect angle. 241 overlaps. So 240 is the perfect angle for my end here. So okay. Can you see what happened? It moved that everything. It moves everything. So what happened is move instead of copy. So I will go back and edit. And then I will select copy. So copy was not selected. So copy, because I want it to be copied, not to move. So I'm only copying it once. So that's one. Now we are going to make this to go round, revolve it round. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to revolve these two. Now I'm going to select feature circular pattern also. Then I will select this and bodies. So 5 pattern equal spacing. Okay, so I have this, but 10 is combination of the videos and bodies. So I'm going to combine everything together. So it's already in form of a semi-sphere or hemisphere. So combine, search for combine. Again, combine is very useful. So highlight everything. These ones are not selected, select them manually. So this might take a few minutes. So go back to check solid bodies. I only have one solid body, so everything has been merged together. So all I have to do now, I'm going to mirror this, but I need a mirroring plane on this point. So I will select on my top plane, click on top plane, and then go to reference geometry and click on plane and select this point. So okay. So that means I want to mirror about this my new plane. So you can just select the plane and go to and select your mirror. Now select this. It's not face to mirror, bodies to mirror. And make sure to uncheck what merge result, because we still want to rotate what we have mirrored. We are still going to rotate this. So look at this. So we need to rotate it to some extent. So I want to hide this plane so that I'm done with all these axes and everything. So they are obstructing my view now. Don't need them again. So I have to hide them. Even the point. I still need one of the axes, like the axis 1 show. So we need the axis 1 to rotate. Now click on move. Move/copy. I want to move this upper one, that is the body, to move. Now click on rotate and select your axis 1. Now you can now rotate. Increase the angle to rotate it. What will be the appropriate angle? So just watch closely, you will see the appropriate angle. This is 32, 33, 34, 35. There's this spacing. Then 36 does the job. 37 overlaps, so 36 is the perfect angle. Okay. So we have this. So we have two solid bodies now. Solid bodies 2. I need to combine this and this. So search for combine. Select this and this. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to add color. So that depends on you, the color you add. So you can add any color. So let me hide this axis, is too obvious now. So we have this. So click here and then appearance, meta. Silver, all these ones are black and something. So let's go back to brass or bronze. Brass, copper, bronze. So body. So you can apply any color of your choice, it just depends on you. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I will always be picking some other videos in order to make it simpler for you to be able to follow it. Thank you and remain blessed.